here we go. 4 wide here for the WA Wingless Sprint title. Come on in the main straights. Get up, wave your phones, get those lights on, and applaud the drivers here. 21 starters for our WA Wingless Sprint title. Toot your horns, flash your lights. Lights are out, we're green here in the WA Wingless Sprint title. Blake Iwanow and Brandon Sharp from the front row, and Sharp's the first car into turn number 1, and he tries to shut the door successfully on the state champion. Further back in the pack, we've got a couple around. So a second chance at a restart here for the WA Wingless Sprint title, and Blake Iwanow wasn't going to have the... Oh, no, we're rolling. Oh, there's a big spill further back. We've got 2 over. Oh, that was a huge crash. Tommy Britton caught up in it. And further back in the pack, we had one of the other cars going over and catching the safety fence. So we're red light here at the WA Wingless Sprint title. You can see Tommy Britton was the one that rode the wheel first. And then further back in the pack, as they were trying to get out of the way, Riley Phillips was pretty much an innocent bystander. He just rode a wheel and over he went. Green here, and it was a pretty good dispatch as Blake Iwanow tried to move up on Brandon Sharp. Sharp dives to the low line now as he looks to get the superior run. Matt Iwanow up into 3rd spot, and Jordan Johnson there as well. Hayden Hicks is back to 5th, so it's really on in earnest here in the first couple of corners. Kurt McCain throwing a big move on the outside, but he's lost a lot of speed. Travis Armstrong up into the top 5 now as they dive down to the lower part of the track here at Atwell Park Speedway. One run and 29 to go, and it's the reigning state champion in Blake Iwanow. The WA1 car leads over Brandon Sharp, Matt Iwanow, and then a great battle between Travis Armstrong and Jordan Johnson for 4th and 5th place. Then Hayden Hicks and Kurt McCain, they're the top 7 at the moment. Blake Scary next, and then Travis Sharp further back in the pack. There's 2 wide here in Pitts Bend as a couple of them try another couple of lines as they look to get around some of their nearest competitors. But down on the bottom, hugging the low line, is a state champion Blake Iwanow. Pulling away now from Brandon Sharp, Matt Iwanow in 3rd spot. And then we go back to Travis Armstrong and Jordan Johnson, Hayden Hicks and Kurt McCain. Those top 7 are very closely stacked and racked as further back in the pack we go to the 76 machine. He's 8th on the track, and then back to Travis Sharp. But out in front, Blake Iwanow has got 5 laps done now. And, oh, there's contact. Kurt McCain's made contact with, it's the back of the Hayden Hicks car. And it's forced Travis Sharp around laps to run to determine who is the WA Wingless Sprint champion. Will it be Blake Iwanow again? He leads the field at the moment. Travis Armstrong up underneath. Matt Iwanow as they go down the back straight on this restart. Further back in the pack, it's a big job in front of Kurt McCain, who was sent to the rear after that incident. The race leaders, Blake Iwanow, he's right on the low line, hugging that in front of Brandon Sharp and Matt Iwanow. To the scene as they come on to the back of the slower Matt Fitzgerald car, and Brandon Sharp's right there within striking distance now. No change further back. It's Iwanow, Armstrong, Hicks and Jordan. But I tell you what, Brandon Sharp has been able to really close the margin with 15 to run this time around. We've got a yellow, and there's one around. It was a very quick yellow light. Back to Jordan Johnson in the 37 machine. And after that, we have the 76 of Blake Scary. But out in front, it is still the reigning champion who's looking to make it 2 wins in as many years here in the state final as the 22 of Matt Fitzgerald goes to the infield. Blake Scary is, Jordan Johnson and then Blake Scary. And from there, it is... the next car, the 54, I should say. No, the 84 of Darren Humphrey. Then Travis Sharp and Kurt McCain. Kurt McCain trying to create a little line up the top, but it's not really being too effective at the moment as he runs in 10th position. They're the top 10 at the moment. Spin further back. And we've got a yellow light here with just a couple to run. I thought we were going to get finished with 2 to run. There's going to be an interesting little finish here. He's very slippery there in the main straight as Blake Iwanow tries to get away. Matt Iwanow right up underneath the 24. Then we go back to Travis Armstrong and Hayden Hicks. They're still the top 5 as they come into the main straight. There's a white flag. 1 to run here for our state champion in Blake Iwanow. He's going to look to go back to back. He's just got to negotiate 3 corners. Brandon Sharp trying to hold off the advances of Matt Iwanow. But as he comes into Pitts Bend, it's going to be back-to-back titles for Blake Iwanow, one of the rising stars in WA Speedway. And he wins the state title over Brandon Sharp and Matt Iwanow. Then Travis Armstrong and Hayden Hicks. But the W1 has gone back-to-back.
So it's just going through the weighing procedure to make sure everybody's correct weight and all right to take out their positions. But back-to-back wins for Iwanow. Maintains the state title, does a little bit of a demo out on the track.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. It's always good to win the title. Yeah.
You've got to give me a bit more than that. You must be really proud. Obviously, 2 cars from the team up on the podium, but it just felt like you had a really strong weekend. It wasn't perfect, but it was near enough to it.
I don't know. All I can say is thank God we had hot laps because it broke down in practice, DFI. Yesterday, a DFI, and today it broke a DFI as well. So if we didn't have hot laps, I'd probably been starting last. Yeah, I was trying to stay beside him, but he kept going a little bit in front of me, so I was just going. You're supposed to start side by side, but yeah, no, it was a good race. I knew it was going to be whoever got to the corner first and don't get off the bottom. That's how it is, but yeah, it'd be nice if you could use the top and the bottom and actually race, but really can't round the bottom.